all on me. Well, thank you so much for joining us, truly. Students, I know your days are busy. Faculty who have been amazing supporting us, and business leaders from the community and community partners, and our distinguished guests. We are grateful, and truly, I can't really describe this in words. We are truly grateful to the University of Georgia, University of North Georgia, for hosting us. Sorry, I already messed it up. And to all of our Japanese companies and exhibitors participating in today's Business Expo and Career Fair. We have 20 plus companies and organizations outside, and also upstairs as well, who are hosting informational tables in the atrium, so please visit them during the networking breaks and between each session. So this event was made possible through support from all our partners listed in your program, so I hope you have the programs in front of you, including the National Association of Japan-American Societies, the Embassy of Japan, and the Consulate General of Japan. All of our guest speakers, our panelists, moderators today, their bios and exhibiting companies are listed in your programs. And so we have a full and exciting program ahead. So let's start. Let's begin with our opening remarks. So thank you. And on that note, so today, as I said, we have a full program. So one of my roles and responsibilities is to make sure we get through our day on time and as smoothly as possible. So you might hear me kind of ushering you left and right, like herding cats sometimes. So I apologize in advance if you feel like I'm pushing you, but just know it's because we have an amazing, amazing day, and I want to make sure that you all get to really enjoy and embrace this experience. That said, first, please join me in welcoming Dr. Stephen Lloyd, Vice Provost of the University of North Georgia.
Good morning. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome to the Japan-Georgia Futures Forum and the University of North Georgia on our beautiful Dahlonega campus in our Mike Cottrell College of Business. We are excited to host this important event that highlights the business, cultural, and educational connections between Japan and Georgia, and we're delighted that the Japan-American Society of Georgia chose UNG as a partner for this year's event. So thank you for that. At UNG, we emphasize experiential learning so our students can understand how their academic study is connected to both our local Georgia economy as well as the global economies. Events like this are critical for students' career development, and I look forward to seeing the students directly engage with the many employers, the expert panelists, and the dignitaries and guests that gathered here today with us. I want to thank the Planning Committee, the members of that planning committee, our staff and our faculty who have supported this event through its fruition. I'd like to especially acknowledge Dr. Rachel Smith, Dean of the Mike Cottrell College of Business, and Dr. Elizabeth Burgess, Dean of the College of Arts and Letters, for championing this event. And I further would like to recognize the UNG College of Arts and Letters and the East Asian Studies program for their generous financial support. This program would not have been possible without this large group of dedicated and talented individuals. Without further ado, I now have the pleasure of introducing our next speaker from the Consulate General of Japan in Atlanta, Consul General Matsuda. Consul General, thank you. Consul General Matsuda assumed his post as the primary diplomatic representative of Japan for the Southeast U.S. region in October of 2025. With a focus on strengthening economic, cultural, and educational ties between the U.S. and Japan, he supports over 1,300 Japanese companies and approximately 20,000 Japanese residents in the region. It is our honor to welcome you to the University of North Georgia, Consul General. We are deeply appreciative of your time and support of the Japan-Georgia Futures Forum. Please join me in welcoming.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Distinguished guests, esteemed faculty members, business leaders, students, and colleagues. It is a great pleasure to join you today at the Japan-Georgia Futures Forum here at the University of North Georgia. I am honored to be here this morning and encouraged by the energy and engagement already present in the room. First, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to the Japan-American Society of Georgia, the University of North Georgia, and all partners from academia, business, and government who work so hard to make this forum possible. Your dedication has turned an idea into a meaningful platform that connects the people, institutions, and future opportunities. Today's forum is built on the strong and long-standing relationship between Japan and the state of Georgia. Over the past several decades, this relationship has grown from economic cooperation to a broad partnership. Today, over 700 Japanese companies operate in Georgia and employ more than 40,000 Georgians across the state. In addition, our ties are strengthened by 9 sister city and sister state relationships and 1 port-to-port cooperation and many forms of people-to-people exchange. At the heart of this partnership are individuals. Since the beginning of Japan Exchange and Teaching or JET programs, 590 participants have departed from Georgia to live and work in Japan. These experiences often become lifelong connection and continue to shape the mutual understanding long after participants return home. It is especially meaningful to hold today's forum at the University of North Georgia. UNG's strong Japanese language and education and business program play an important role in initiating the preparing students for international careers. At the same time, as one of the nation's senior military college, UNG contribute to leadership development through its commitment to discipline, service, and the global responsibility. This combination makes UNG a unique and valuable partner in building Georgia's future workforce. Today's forum highlights an important theme: people and talent. Japanese companies in Georgia are not only employers, but they are long-term partners in talent development. Students, in turn, bring adaptability, creativity, and fresh perspective, especially in areas such as new technology and global communication. It is essential for companies to understand the values and aspiration of younger generation, just as students gain insight into real-world business and international careers. Forums like this create the space where those conversations can begin. Looking ahead, the future of Japan-Georgia relations will be shaped by the next generation in this room. Students who study Japanese, take part in exchange program, or pursue Japan-related careers will become bridges between our societies. I encourage you to stay curious, seek out opportunities beyond your comfort zone, and imagine how your skill can contribute to this shared future. In closing, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to you all for your continued commitment to this forum and the partnership it represents. I hope today's discussion will lead to new ideas, new connections, and new pathway for collaboration. Thank you very much. And now, it is my pleasure to introduce our next speaker, Mr. Patrick Lenz, the President and COO of Toyo Tires Manufacturing of North America, Incorporated.
All right, well, good morning, everyone, and certainly thank you for coming out today. I know everybody has some very busy schedules, but it's exciting to see a full room. I think this is the third year, Nizomi-san said it's the third year, and this is my second time coming to JaGa, and certainly it's a little bit larger than it was last year, so that's very exciting. I want to thank the University of North Georgia for hosting us today. And I want to thank the Consul General and his office and his staff. They've been a great partner for the Japan-America Society of Georgia. And certainly want to thank Yoshi-san, CEO of Japan-America Society, and his staff for all the hard work that they do. And certainly, last but not least, Nizomi-san, who is the driver of this event today. As the Consul General said, my name is Patrick Lenz. I'm the President and COO of Toyo Tires North America. I also have the distinct honor to be the chairman of the Japan-America Society. I joined that society about 3 years ago. I was the vice chair for a couple of years, and then I jumped in as the chair. And I'm excited about that organization because I like to partner with organizations that get stuff done, and certainly the Japan American Society. They are a very small but mighty group. So again, thank you, Yoshi-san, for all the work you and your team do. So I am not from Georgia. I am originally from upstate New York, not the city. I'm from the upstate. I've been in the tire business for about 25 years now. I worked for a European company for a long time, a little tiny company you might have heard of called Michelin, right? And then I worked for a Korean company for a few short years, but then I was fortunate enough to come up this way about 5 years ago up into the northern Georgia area, and where I got a job with Toyo Tires, obviously, as you know, a Japanese company. So love Georgia. My wife and I are building our retirement home here. I have a little story about that later, but absolutely love the area. Now, here's a little fun fact, and I don't even think maybe the UGA staff or University of North Georgia doesn't know this little fun fact, but and you won't find it on Wikipedia, and you won't find it if you Google search it. All right, so now I see everybody's got everybody's attention. So this little fun fact, I fondly call Dahlonega in University of North Georgia squirrel country. I think that the number of squirrels per square feet, by far here up in Dahlonega in University of North Georgia, I think by far. Now, how do I know that? It's because I have a little French bulldog, and she absolutely loves squirrels. She doesn't care about anything else but squirrels, and I actually truck her all the way up here. I live about a little over an hour away, and we walk around the university campus, and she gets to chase squirrels. So there's a little fun fact for you overall. Hopefully you can take that away. So getting back to business, this little forum has quickly become one of the most energized gatherings in our community. All right, it's a space where students and certainly educators and business leaders can all come together as partnerships to explore the future of the Japan-Georgia relations and the opportunities that lie ahead for the next generation. Right now, I want to speak a little bit on the power of partnerships. All right, overall, whether it's within your own organization, right? When I look at my team, I don't look at just collaboration, right? Partnership creates collaboration and leadership, right? You can have partnership which drives collaboration, but just because you have collaboration doesn't mean you have a partnership, right? Partnerships are where you shake hands with somebody and you agree to help each other along the way. And when I look in the room and I see all the leaders here, that's what this is today. It's truly a partnership among many different organizations, among the university, between the Japan American Society, the Consul General's office, and so on and so forth. We create those strong partnerships. Because what's important is we drive those partnerships at the local level, right? Certainly, Japan and the United States can have their partnerships at the federal level, right, at the, and so on and so forth. But what I've seen over my 25 years, the more we drive that to a local level, the more that we all can impact our local communities, right, overall. And as I look at this forum today, that's what I see happening here overall. As we look across the room, we see the strength of partnership that's been built certainly over decades. Georgia is a home to more than 600 Japanese companies who employ over 40,000 people. In recent Georgia imports to Japan amounted to $7.1 billion, making Japan the 5th largest importer among other countries. Georgia exports to Japan about $1.54 billion every year, making Japan the 7th largest exporting market. This trade and partnership indirectly supports over 20,000 additional jobs. So certainly today's conversations will help us imagine what that next era of partnership looks like in the future and how that is going to grow. How are we going to grow technology, mobility, and certainly today there's a topic which is near and dear to my heart, which is workforce needs. As you know, I fondly call this the post-COVID workforce period. For some reason, during the COVID period, the workforce has changed significantly. And at Toyo, we spent a lot of time understanding that new or that next generation of workforce, whether it's generational differences or what have you. It's really where I spent the most amount of my time. And like every other business, we struggled over 2 years with workforce needs. And certainly in the manufacturing sector across the state of Georgia struggled as well. But I'm proud to say that we've shored up all of that by some very creative and innovative things that we're doing at Toyo. So a little bit about Toyo manufacturing. So we have 7 manufacturing sites worldwide. The one in White, Georgia, which is just outside Cartersville. A lot of people don't know where White is. So that is the largest Toyo facility. We employ about 1,600 Toyo employees and then about another 600 contractors. So about 2,200 people under a 75-acre roof. So we're a fairly large size organization. Now, again, we're headquarters in Itami, Japan. So what do Japanese companies bring? Generally what I find is they bring great paying jobs to the state. They bring great benefits to the state. I've worked for many organizations, and certainly working for a Japanese company, by far the benefits exceed what I've experienced in the past. So they bring great paying jobs and, like I said, great benefits. But they also bring great workplace cultures, and they certainly impact their local communities in a lot of different ways overall. Now, I did mention I would circle back on that I'm building my retirement home right here in Georgia, and I'm clearing the land myself, but I'm using my Japanese-made or Japanese design, American built tractor, my Kubota, right? My Kubota folks over there. So when you look at a Japanese company, whether it's Toyo or whether it's Kubota, right? The design of products are second to none. Toyo leads the industry overall in our tire design. I find it interesting that a Japanese company was able to come into the American market and tap into what we call the wide light truck segment, right? You see these big trucks driving down the road or these Jeeps. About 80% of them, look at them in the parking lot, they have either Toyo or Nitto tires on them, right? And when I'm clearing my land and I'm on my 26 horse Kubota tractor with all the attachments that I conned my wife into buying, right? So look, honey, I can buy this and I can get a good return on investment, right? All I have is sweat equity. I absolutely love my Kubota tractor. The design is absolutely phenomenal overall, but it's Japanese made or Japanese designed equipment and products coupled with American made hands and American-made labor. That combination is truly unstoppable overall. So again, overall, I look forward to today's forum. It's about preparing the next generation to step into the future with confidence. Whether you're here as a student exploring a career pathway, or you're a company who's seeking global talent, or you're an educator who's shaping tomorrow's leaders, your presence certainly matters here today, and we thank you for being here today. So I look forward to all of our festivities this afternoon and this morning, and with that, I will turn it over to Nozomi-san. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Patrick. Now I can only think about squirrels, so thank you very much for that. And thank you again, Patrick, Consul General, and Dr. Lloyd for the amazing opening remarks. This really sets the tone for today's forum. So now we're going to begin the session, the first session, Career Coaching, led by your very own Dianne Farrell, who's the Director of Career Services here at UNG. Thank you. Okay. But do you want to go ahead and?
Yes.
Do you want to go ahead?
Oh,
To ask them to come up?
yes, ask.
Okay. So, so now I'd like to invite an amazing team of, I would say, associates of yours today who's going to join. Please join up at this room if I call your name. First person is Alex Howell, UNG alumnus and Client Service Associate at Hylant Toyotsu. And then Yukako Harada, Outreach Coordinator at the Japan American Society of Georgia. And then Anna Barnes, Maintenance Coordinator at Hitachi Astemo. Okay, thank you. And the guy's all yours.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me all right? I'm not good with microphones. Okay. So what is this career coaching thing we're going to do today? I think most of you understand, and we just discussed the importance of partnerships. And so building and maintaining relationships is a large part of successful work life. And so this particular session is particularly for our students. And we hope all of you will participate, though, in the practice part of this session. So I'm going to tell you what our goal is. We are here to increase student willingness to introduce yourself to someone you don't know and help you feel more confident and comfortable with that process and introducing yourself to a business professional. And also, the third goal is to help you see some of the cultural differences that might take place in introducing yourself in an American style, perhaps at a UNG career fair. You might meet recruiters from American companies. But here today, we have a lot of Japanese business professionals who are here, so we'd like you to see how it might be a little bit different as well. So the way it's going to proceed is first you'll see a demonstration of a more American style, perhaps an overly exaggerated American style introduction, and then you will see a more of the process, the way you might introduce yourself if you were speaking with a Japanese business professional. Following the demonstration, then all of these students will have the opportunity to practice introducing yourself to people at the table. We have hosts at different tables. I do want to, at this point, also introduce two of my colleagues who are, three colleagues actually. Lisa Gettings, would you mind standing up? She is our career and internship specialist in the Career Services Office. So all of you students, take a good look. Lisa can help you with getting internships. We also have Lori Clemens. Where did you go, Lori? Lori is over there at the back table. So all of you students who are there may be interested in introducing yourself to Lori. And we also have Lana Davis here, who is our newest Associate Director for Employer Engagement. So I hope all of you employers in the room will have an opportunity to speak with Lana. All right. So following the demonstration, you will have that opportunity to practice at your tables. You can also get up and move around if you want to, meet someone in particular. And so without further ado, later, well, this will take us into the lunch hour. But before we do that, I'll come back and try and get a little bit of feedback from a student or two to see what it's like for you to have this kind of practice. Okay, so it's all you, Alex. You take it over.
Okay. We good? Sick. Okay. Well, as she previously mentioned, my name is Alex Howell. I am a UNG alum. I graduated in 2024, and I'm now working at Hylant Toyotsu. It's a joint venture between Hylant, an insurance broker. Too quiet. Sorry. Is this on? Is it? It's not on. I don't think it's on either.
Do you want to use this one?
We're good. Yeah, so I don't know how much y'all heard. Graduated from here 2024. Working at Hylant Toyotsu. It's a joint venture between a insurance broker here in the U.S., based out of Toledo, Ohio, and Toyota Tsusho, which is a subsidiary company of Toyota in Japan. And yeah, I actually found my job here at this very event, at a different campus, albeit, but 2 years ago. I was in the same position y'all were in the back, and it was very scary, so we're kind of going through this event to kind of walk y'all through it and make it a little bit easier for y'all. Right?
Hi, my name is Yukako Harada. I'm a outreach coordinator at the Japan American Society of JaGa. So I'm mainly sharing the Japanese culture at the grassroots level, and also to go to the small community or school and sharing Japanese culture. And I have experience working at the Japanese company more than 6 years. So if you want in Japan, and then if you want you to know like about the Japanese or like your work environment, please let me know and I have ask some questions. Onegaishimasu.
Hello, I'm Anna Barnes. I work for a Japanese automotive parts manufacturer that's located in Monroe called Astemo. And I lived in Japan actually for 5 years, and I've worked actually only for Japanese companies thus far. Obviously interesting, I'm an American, but I've only worked at Japanese companies, so I actually am learning more of the American side now that I'm back in the US working at kind of the mixed culture company. And like our lovely presenters here, Alex and Yukako, I also have my own experiences, and if you have any questions after the event, feel free to reach out to us. We want you guys to be successful.
Okay, so basically what we're going to do is kind of go through, excuse me, get some water. Yeah, no, we're going to go through a couple of examples on how to interact with the tables here as students. So I'm going to be the excessive American, and Anna over here is going to show you the correct way to interact with them. All right, we're pretty much good. Okay, sweet, let me see that. We're going to pretend this is a resume. Here you go. Should I just hit it to where we have 2 mics? Is that good for y'all?
Just whatever works. We're doing our best, guys. Okay. So we have Yukako-san is going to be the Japanese company representative. You can come out so everyone can see. And yeah, Alex is going to be kind of the bad example. It's very exaggerated, but pay attention. Like, don't do this. Please don't do this. Okay.
Hi, how's it going? Hi. What are y'all doing here? Cool. Are y'all like hiring right now, or?
Yes.
sick. What's the starting pay?
All right, let's stop there. Okay. So many things wrong with this picture, right? He came up, went for a handshake. That's okay. You don't know kind of the other person. You're going to want to read their body language. Typically in Japan, you don't go in for a handshake. You usually bow, right? So things like that, and his hands were in his pockets. Oh my gosh, so rude. So especially in Japan, it's a big deal. It makes you untrustworthy. They're like, you're trying to hide something. So don't do that. Don't have this kind of pose. Don't have bad posture. Stand up straight. Okay, and then he immediately was asking, what can you do for me? This is an American or Japanese side. You're not there for them to give you something. And you definitely don't ask for the salary upon first meeting them. Okay, we'll keep going.
Yeah, so here's my resume. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, here's my card if you have any questions.
Cool. Yeah, sweet, thanks. All right. Well, thanks.
Oh gosh. Okay, taking it back, right? He gave his resume with one hand, as if it were any piece of paper, as if he didn't even care. And then he accepted her business card or meishi with one hand and just put it in his pocket. Didn't even really look at it. Very rude. We don't want to do that. And then he just walked away without a proper greeting. He just was very casual, way too casual, like, oh, peace out, all right, bye. Just turned around. That's so rude. We don't want to do that. Bad impression. All right, now we'll show more of a good way to introduce yourself.
So pretty much just the exact opposite of what I did. Don't do any of those things. Terrible look. She's going to be the good example. Okay, go ahead and...
This is hard with a microphone here. I think I'm just going to... Oh, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Technical difficulties.
Okay. Hello, my name is Anna Barnes. I'm a student here. I wanted to hear about your company.
Yeah, we are Japan American Society of Georgia and connecting the relationship between Japan and Georgia.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's so interesting. Actually, I have a question for you. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So as you can see here, she started very politely with a self-introduction, letting her know who she is, what she's here for. A lot of eye contact, no hands at the sides, no phone anywhere in sight. I was going to have my phone, but I thought that was a little bit excessive. But just professional. She went immediately to kind of pleasantries before jumping into asking about salary. Yeah, really great stuff so far. See how it goes.
Actually, I brought my resume today. Would you mind taking a look at it?
Of course. Thank you. Thank you so much. Here's my card. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Thank you so much. Oh. Thank you.
Flawless execution right there. Really good job. So, I mean, from the jump of that second part of what she did, I mean, she handed her resume, two hands, turned towards Yukako-san to make it easier for her to read, and received her her business card with two hands as well. And instead of just immediately putting it in her pocket, that'd be a jerk move. Don't do that. She took it with two hands, looked at both sides, and politely tucked it away. And she exited very politely, dropped in a little bit of Japanese. If you don't know Japanese, it's fine. You don't have to. If you do, it'd be a nice gesture to use it while you can. And then took a few steps back and exited, and kept on going about her day. Really good stuff, Anna. Don't do what I did.
So really quickly, before we give you some more tips, I just want to kind of get into the mindset of why you guys are here. I'm taking it very basic. So just think like, why are you here? Maybe you want to get a job. Well, you're not here technically to get a job right now. This could lead to a job eventually, like Alex here, putting himself out there, and eventually it led to him getting a job. So that is the ultimate goal. But today, you're looking for a good company, and the company is looking for the right person to hire. So when you're introducing yourself, think of it more as this is your time to make a good impression and be memorable and make a connection human to human. You don't need to overthink this. You're not here to get something from the company. You're here to show that you're curious, interested, make a good impression, and eventually it could lead to a job. So just go in with that mindset, and hopefully it'll be a little less scary also. We're all just people here.
Fantastic. How about another round of